私と貴様の格の差、その身をもって知るがいい。我らの誇りを汚した罪、その身ごときあがなえると思う。
皆さんを今すぐ皆殺しにせよとのお達しですから。はい、イコミキどもへ崩落八景、全身全霊でお相手します。
トルメンタで
メンテスでキル。Yo, what is going on, guys? This is your boy the Death Smasher, and welcome back to another Bleach Brave Souls video. And I am back again with another Who Is Better video. Now, you guys are gonna be asking, what the fuck happened to this series? Well, simply put, I just didn't have the units to be able to make a proper comparison in terms of making this Who Is Better videos series. So I apologize if it has been dead for a while, but it's back again because I finally pulled the new Can't Fear Your Own Road Round 8 Hikone, and what else is there to compare than the great, majestic Spirit Society Byakuya, who started off as the best power Soul Reaper killer in the game, and is still by far the best one there is. Like, if you still don't have this Hikone right here, or Bankai Shinji, this man is still fucking amazing. But anyways, the reason why I have not done Who Is Better videos is simply put, I just didn't have the units, and yes, I had some of the units in mind to make, which was between 1000 Year Blood War Uryu and the past Shunsui, but I felt like the units were too subpar with the fact that they had range, collision, strong attacks, and that no one were pretty much gonna use those units, other than Uryu, because he's okay, at the very least, he's fun to play, but he's not as great as most of the tech characters in the game. And then Jugram versus Kenpachi, it's like, what the fuck is the point? Because, like, Jugram is already dominating in PvP to the point that I'm just gonna compare them for PvE? Like, no, son. I'm not gonna do that. So, yeah, I do apologize it took a while, but here we are. So, let's just go ahead and discuss about the characters. So, starting off with Spirit Society Byakuya, this man is still amazing to this day. I can tell you guys that much, even though we have Shinji, who is a lot better than this Byakuya in terms of damage. However, he has the same kit as Shinji. But anyways, taking a look at everything else, this unit is a Soul Reaper / Captain affiliated unit, so at the very least, for when it comes to using him in Inheritance Zone, he is going to be affected in some raids where the enemies have Captain Killer. So yeah, you're gonna need to be careful when it comes to using this unit in co-op. And Droplet Zone, yeah, there are raids where enemies will have Soul Reaper Killer, a lot more than Captain Killer, which is a bit weird, but whatever. So yeah, strong attack recharge time minus 12%, Soul Reaper Killer, base SP of 798, and a focus of 355, attack at 634, defense at 352, and a stamina of 1088. And yeah, he's got freeze on everything, which is pretty damn handy in co-op. It just completely stops the enemies from attacking you upon inflicting the special and proccing with your strong attacks. And yeah, he's got 20% Bruiser, 20% Berserker, Devastation at 40%. He's immune to being poisoned, which is pretty damn nice, even though it is kind of a throwaway ability with all these skills that the new characters have, but hey, it's okay. Havoc at 20%, Frenzy, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, and Sprinter plus 1, so yeah. Really nice stats and skills for Byakuya, still holds up really well. And now for Hikone. Already he has a lot higher stats, minus the focus, which is slightly lower, but it's not a big deal at the end of the day. It's only by 2 points, like, don't make a big deal out of it. So yeah, in terms of affiliation, no affiliation. Amazing. Fucking amazing, because there are no raids where enemies have no affiliation killers, so Hikone will be 100% safe to take in all modes of PvE content, which is pretty damn good. Soul Reaper Killer with strong attack, recharge time minus 12%, base SP of 803, so yeah, focus at 353, defense at 349, attack at 645, and a stamina of 1111. Pretty damn good. And then, as we go and take a look at the attacks and the skills, oh, he's got weakening. I fucking love weakening, but yeah. Skills, he's got a 20% Bruiser, 20% Berserker, Devastation at 40%, Havoc at 20%, and Frenzy, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Sprinter plus 2, so he's gonna be slightly faster than Byakuya and a bit more agile because of the fact that he has 3 flash steps instead of 2. And then we have this special Disabler skill for Hikone, which pretty much allows him to be able to easily proc weakening a lot more towards Technique attribute Soul Reapers. But keep that in mind that it's only against Technique Soul Reapers, so yeah, it would have been better that instead of this, he should have at least had 40% extra damage towards enemies that have been weakened. In my personal opinion, because at the end of the day, Hikone is not going to be just used for Inheritance Zone, but also for content like Droplet Zone, Guild Quest, especially Guild Quest, because of the fact that he does have weakening on all of his attacks, some common quests, and whatnot. So yeah, that being said, Hikone does have better stats and skills compared to Byakuya, but once we jump into the actual gameplay, we will pretty much notice the difference between these two characters right here. While Hikone has better stats and skills, his second strong attack is actually the type of Vortex that Seinosuke and Thousand Year Blood War Uryu have, so do keep that in mind that it is gonna hurt him a bit, but at the same time, he does have 1170 radius on his third, while Byakuya has 960 radius on his second and 1200 radius on his third. So yeah, the first strong attack is pretty much the same. But anyways, we are going to be building both of these characters up individually, and we will run them in Inheritance Zone, and they will both follow the full-on strong attack recharge links with a Zeta Pill, and Attention tie, all with 30% SP, just because of the simple fact that I do not have a strong attack damage item for either Hikone or Byakuya. Well, I actually do have it for Byakuya, I just don't have it for Hikone. So for the sake of the comparison, I'm not going to be using the sad items. But yeah, let us go ahead and begin with the actual individual runs.
敵に情けは無用だ。
しますね。 ださい。
Now that we have seen how both Hikone and Byakuya performed in IZ, it is now time to debunk their kits and go over their pros and cons. Both Byakuya and Hikone have the same type of first strong attack, being a B move that has 870 width and 3000 length. Byakuya's second strong attack is a 960 radius distant AoE attack in front of him, melee collision of course, while Hikone's second is the same type of second strong attack that the likes of Thousand Year Blood War Uryu, Spirit Society Rengiku, and Seinosuke have. 750 radius AoE into then a shave attack. 60% mag and then drops to 8% mag. It's the same type of vortex that starts off being melee collision and then turns into range collision. Byakuya's third is the typical 1200 radius strong attack that everyone with Havoc with Frenzy have, while Hikone is 1170 radius AoE distant in front of him. It's the same type of strong attack that Tenjiro, Koga, and Kent Fairy World Shinsui have. Different strong attacks as we can see. Hikone has weakening on everything while Byakuya has freeze on everything. Now let us begin with the pros and cons for each of the characters. Starting it off with Byakuya, here are his pros. Better second strong attack. I think this is self-explanatory, no need to further discuss this. Useful on floor 24 of Path of Valor. That floor was specifically meant for him and Shinji. While you can use Hikone for that floor, unless he's transcended, he won't get the job done as fast as Byakuya and Shinji. Captain Affiliation. Easy to access in captain-only floors of Senkaimon quests. Can return a bit more often. With K-Lab now giving players the possibility of being able to pull for seasonal characters, whether it be premium, seasonals, or limited banners like Thousand Year Blood War, or Can't World, or the coming Burn the Witch collab, this character does have a chance of being featured. While the possibility is quite low, it is still there, and seeing as we did have 2019 Halloween characters featured on individual banners of Thousand Year Blood War Round 10, it can happen for the Spirit Society 2019 characters sometime soon this year or next year. We just don't know when. Now for the cons, which, believe it or not, are not that many. Slightly worse status element. Don't get me wrong, Freeze is a great status element, useful in co-op and Senkaimon quests, but here's the thing, it only stops enemies from attacking you and using their soul bombs. You will not be able to do extra damage upon inflicting freeze, as it doesn't lower the enemy's defense like any other character that has weakening. And to add on top of this con, for guild quests, you're not going to be performing as well with him, unlike Hikone, who actually has weakening and has the same type and killer as Byakuya. Only has 2 flash steps. This makes Byakuya slightly slower than Hikone. I only say slightly because Hikone, even though he does have 3 flash steps, his second strong attack does hinder him. So it's a hit or miss con at the end of the day, even though in this case, it would have been nice if Byakuya had Sprinter Plus 2, as he can move faster through the maps and clear a lot faster. Affected by killer in hard content. There are still a lot of raids in IZ and Droplet Zone where enemies have Captain Killer in IZ and Soul Reaper Killer in Droplet Zone. While Byakuya is the best power Soul Reaper Killer in the game, right behind Shinji, you will still need to be careful not to get hit by enemies, but that's easily manageable since Byakuya has one of the best kits in the game with Havoc, so really, just be careful when using him in said content. I'm surprised I didn't even have to give Byakuya that many cons. He's almost a year old and is still just perfect to use. Anyways, time to take a look at Hikone and take a look at his pros. And by the way, I know Hikone is genderless, so it's an it, they, them, but I can't be bothered correcting my own words just for a gender. I'll refer to him as a guy for my videos. If anyone has a problem with that, then it's not my problem. Enough chit chat, here's the pros. No affiliation unit. This Hikone is finally the first good no affiliation character to come out for power, as the last one was Yin and Yang, who are just extremely outdated in this current meta for PvE. But the point of this pro is, for starters, we could very well potentially get a floor for Hikone in the next Hearts and Common Tower. And secondly, Hikone being a no affiliation unit means that he will not be affected by killers in any type of hard content at all, whether it be Inheritance Zone or Droplet Zone, making him the safest Soul Reaper killer to run in hard content. Slightly better third essay. I say slightly better as it's subjective, but because Hikone's third strong attack, well, okay, it's 30 points off of being 1200 radius, but because it is an AoE distant attack, for the most part, they tend to be better than 1200 radius around the character, as it means that you can aim the strong attack from the distance and snipe a larger wave of mobs altogether. It's very subjective, so if people disagree with this pro, I don't blame you guys for it. Better status ailment. Weakening beats freeze. Simple as that. And because of that, Hikone is actually the better ranged Soul Reaper killer to use in guild quests than Byakuya, as when you inflict weakening, not only do they only do 1 damage to you, but it also lowers the enemy's defense and allows you to do more damage. Has 3 flash steps. This allows Hikone to clear runs slightly faster than Byakuya if used right and built up right. I only say slightly as I was able to clear faster with Hikone than Byakuya because of the flash steps, but let me know if you guys do clear faster with Byakuya than Hikone as a whole, as I can be wrong. Once again, on that matter, it's subjective, but at the same time, it allows Hikone to easily dodge the Soul Bomb in Senkaimon quests, making it good. Of course, no unit ever comes without his cons, so here is what he has. Worst second strong attack. Hikone having the vortex that pushes back means that he won't be able to cover as much mobs as Byakuya would with his second strong attack. I understand that Caleb needed to do something to make Hikone different from Byakuya and Shinji, so I understand, but this wasn't the right call from Caleb. Yes, it does get compensated with his Sprinter Plus 2 as he can still clear fast, but that second strong attack does hurt him a lot. Not to mention, in epic raids, because invincibility frames are completely non-existent, the second strong attack does lock you into place. So if you're not careful, you can't animation cancel and dodge the boss's attacks, locked outside of the premium pool. Unlike with Spirit Byakuya, where he has a chance to return, and the fact that you can pull him from the character pass tickets alone, like I even pulled the Orient Society Nelio from those said tickets, Hikone, on the other hand, you need to wait for the rerun of Kant Fairy Known World Round 8 to come back in order to be able to summon for him again. I didn't give Hikone a lot of cons, as just that one con of his second strong attack just hurts him a lot. Could have given him the con of should have had 40% extra damage to weakened enemies, but we all know that's all RNG based, so I see no reason as to why I should do that. To conclude the overall comparison, Byakuya is the better character. He is an S+ classified character on Reddit and will stay that way unless we get a character that just outperforms both Shinji and Byakuya in a huge way that pretty much makes him fall off the list, which will not be anytime soon. Hikone, while he is not as crazy good as Byakuya, he is still an amazing character regardless, and it's thanks to him having weakening as to why he holds up well. Consider him a Power Aizen type of character, even when we had 1000 Year Blower Nemu being the better holo killer round before Fugetsu came into the game. Why I say this is because Hikone will still pretty much outperform Byakuya specifically in guild quests because of the fact that he has a better status ailment. Classified as an S- character on Reddit, and is an amazing unit to use that will last you for a very long time if you don't have either Shinji or Byakuya for that matter. Alright, so if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, share this video with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and hit the bell notification so that way you guys are up to date with my most recent videos. Now, I do want to get a Who Is Better video out for Shuhei and Senjumaru. However, I am gonna have to try to go after Shuhei first. Luckily, his individual banner is gonna be out quite soon, and I will be summoning for him. Hopefully, I do pull him since he is the last of the Canfield Round 8 that I actually need to get. I don't care too much about Burn the Witch, so I am gonna try to get Shuhei. I want him, so yeah. Plus, his Nullify melee resistance skill is pretty much clutch for extreme co-op, so yeah. Alright, thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Do expect future Who Is Better videos to come out, because I don't plan to let this series die anytime soon, because I think this is a good one, and I personally enjoy making these kinds of videos because they're always fun to make, and it's always good to pretty much compare the characters from head to toe. So yeah, thank you guys once again, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace out, lads.